Okay, I don't know how much you can see of the meters. Right now my battery is close to 100% and our cells are 3.43. We're showing 13.7, 13.8 volts. And our amp meter is zeroed, so we're going to clamp that on there. And we're in standby mode, so the inverter's not completely off, and we're drawing 0.18 watts in standby. So now we want to go to idle current. We're going to turn it on. The inverter goes on. We're up to almost an amp. And that thing's not terribly accurate, so it's reading 14.1. But we're under an amp with the display when it goes. Now the display's gone to sleep, we're under an amp. And it looks like we're averaging, say, 0.8 amp, something like that. That's idle consumption with the inverter turned on. And we're still showing 13.7 on the battery voltage. We're going to flip our meter to the 600 amp setting so we can draw more current. And we're going to plug in the coffee maker because I need some coffee made. And it just lit up. Oh, I gotta remember to start the recording. Alright, we're recording our DC amps. And we'll set this and that to Strange Brew. So this will cycle on and off, and I think we're going to be drawing around 85 to 90 amps. And here we go. 10, 13, 14. 93, 91, and it will cycle on and off. A couple of minutes at 90 amps, and it'll shut off and let the coffee brew slow, and then it comes back on. And this is what we're going to make a recording of. And I'm thinking there should be 20% left in this battery when it's done. But you can't go by the state of charge meters, so they tend to be terribly. The first thing I'd like to say is that those cables were not carrying the current as good as I'd hoped. They were getting hot at the terminals, both at the battery and at the inverter. So here you can see the battery's fully charged, and our cell differential is 1 millivolt. That's pretty awesome for a balance. Here we're pulling 85 amps, almost 1100 watts, temperature's at 28.2 now, and we dropped all the way down to 12.9 volts. Here you can see we went all the way up to 93 amps, then cruised down to 85, and cycled on and off until the end, where the battery recouped and got back up to 13.3, and claimed 86% capacity left. And you can see the CMOS only hit 30 degrees Celsius, but my terminals were getting hot.